The 1914 July crisis was the preceding act to the First World War, a period of diplomatic wrangling which concluded in the great powers of Europe declaring war upon one another in early August. The catalyst of the July crisis, and indeed the entire war, was the assassination of the heir to the Austro-Hungarian throne, Archduke Franz Ferdinand, on June 28 by Serbian nationalist Gavrilo Princip. With the death of Ferdinand, Konrad von Hötzendorf, the Austro-Hungarian commander-in-chief, pressed the foreign minister, Count Leopold von Berchtold, to declare war on Serbia. They debated possible responses, and eventually both supported an attack without a declaration, but were resisted by Prime Minister of Hungary, István Tisza. He preferred seeking retribution through diplomatic channels, and was aware of the potentially devastating escalation that could be brought about by inflaming the alliance network. Russia backed Serbia should Austria-Hungary attack, and Germany was bound by the dual alliance to protect Austria should Russia attack. The Franco-Russian Military Convention of 1892 mandated French assistance should Russia be at war with Germany or Austria-Hungary, and Britain had effectively guaranteed the French should she be at war with Germany. However, the Austro-Hungarians acted on the assumption that Russia would resist mobilization, limiting itself to diplomatic maneuvers. Tisza nevertheless sought a guarantee of Germany's support should Russia respond differently, and on the 6th of July, Kaiser Wilhelm offered the now famous blank check, a promise of unconditional support. This blank check became the main determining factor in Austro-Hungarian policy throughout July. Galvanized by this guarantee, Austria-Hungary issued an ultimatum to Serbia on July 23 that effectively revoked Serbia's sovereignty. Remarkably and unexpectedly, Serbia agreed to all but a few minor demands. However, this proved sufficient justification for a formal declaration of war on the 28th of July 1914. The first domino had fallen. On the 30th of July, Tsar Nicholas II agreed to a full Russian mobilization, while Austria-Hungary did the same. The next day, Germany demanded that Russia demobilize and that the French declare neutrality in the event of war with Russia. Both demands were ignored. Germany and France began to mobilize on August 1st, and Germany declared war on Russia. The German Schlieffen Plan meant that Germany would need to defeat France in 6 weeks to avoid a two-front war. Germany delivered an ultimatum to Belgium on the 2nd of August, demanding that she remain neutral whilst German troops passed through into France. This prompted Sir Edward Grey, the British Foreign Secretary, to announce in Parliament on August 3rd that Britain would defend Belgian neutrality in accordance with the Treaty of London. With his resolve hardened by this pledge, King Albert I of Belgium rejected the German ultimatum. Germany declared war on France that day, and on the 4th they invaded Belgium. Britain called for a satisfactory explanation that must be delivered by 11 p.m. on August 4th, but none was forthcoming. Britain was therefore forced to declare war on Germany. In the opinion of A.J.P. Taylor, the Belgium justification was a pretext for an action governed by a secret, pre-existing pledge to support France. It's difficult to extract a decisive event or decision from the obfuscating, boasting, and paranoia that characterized the lead-up to pan-European warfare. The month of diplomatic wrangling that separated the assassination from the first declaration of war was fundamentally altered by Germany's promise of a blank check, but that alone cannot account for the entire sequence of events. Crucially, it was an alliance network developed since 1870 that allowed the conflict to infect all the major European powers and so create a devastating continental conflict.